Hello, everybody. It's the Last Raider. We are back. And today I wanted to talk about. There's a lot of people talking about what Gal Gadot has recently stated in an interview with ET, in which she mentioned that Wonder Woman is not just for women, it's also for men, too. She was, she's doing true inclusivity and including everyone into the Wonder Woman movie. It's not just for one person. Everyone can come to Wonder Woman and get something out of it and walk away happy and walk away entertained, pretty much. She also made a statement that feminism can't go any further without men basically standing side by side with women. So I'm not going to talk about that because Young Ripa and a lot of other YouTubers have gone in there and talked about what she said. I want to talk about what's been going on. Use this as kind of a springboard going into what has been happening in the last couple of weeks. We've had the Ghostbusters trailer drop, the new one, not 2016. Looks good. Before that, we had Henry Cavill come out and voice his opinion about fans. He was told directly, not actually even asked. He was just basically told that, how do you keep going when fans are so toxic? Basically he was told that fans were toxic, and he turned around and corrected the interviewer and said, no, they're not toxic. They're passionate about what they're doing. And he didn't look at the fans as a major problem. You've also had even much, much earlier, you had the Joker come out, and the Joker made a god-awful amount of money. It's pretty much proven that you can make a really good movie if you chuck politics out the window and just work concentrated on just storytelling. And I think what's going on here in these last couple of days is we're seeing a massive culture. We're seeing the beginnings of the cultural shift. Okay, we've been screaming at it. We've been hitting it. And now all this stuff that SJWs and woke culture and leftists have been putting up behind a dam, it's finally beginning to break. We're finally seeing the constant hammerings. It's kind of like, there's a movie, I don't know what it's called, but it's got Harrison Ford and a couple other guys. They go and they blow up a dam. And the explosives expert, it blows up, and they're like, it didn't work. Well, yeah, I know it didn't work. And they're screaming and yelling at each other. And so they're sitting there, this one black guy is sitting there with the explosives expert, and he says, I heard the boom, but nothing's happening. He said, just give it a minute, old chap. Let nature take its course. All right, we've hammered the dam that SJWs have put up on good entertainment, that we're now seeing trickles of water, I think, starting to go through. And yeah, we can keep beating on it, but this is the inevitable reaction that's going to happen with fans, fighting back, giving backlash, causing Terminator to go broke. We're now seeing the shift that's about to happen. I think probably our generation, my daughter, is probably going to grow up in probably another golden age of Hollywood. I'm optimistic of that. Even more so since Gal Gadot has come out and made this statement, because it's showing me that now actors and actresses, some directors are now realizing, pissing off the fans is not the way to go. Running nothing but full-blown, absolute screaming in your head politics the entire time is not the way to do movies. We're not going to get entertainment by screaming people up. Now, am I saying that this is going to be in like the next year, we're going to see crazy stuff? No. I'm betting my kid right now is 6. She's probably going to be 16 or 17 before she sees this age actually really hit, in my opinion. Because you got to remember, us going to this leftist nonsense probably started back in the early 2000s. And we're seeing this generational shift start to happen. We're seeing like me right now, I'm almost 35. The first millennials that came in and started destroying it, which unfortunately that was my generation. I hate them to all God hell. But we're seeing that first dynamic, those first few are getting older, and now the new younger talent of Generation Z is coming in. Generation Z is supposed to be more conservative than any generation before it, except maybe the greatest generation. And the one thing about conservatives is they're conservative about their beliefs and about everything else. They'll only talk to you about it a lot of times if you want to know about it. That's the majority of people. Not all, but the majority of conservative people and a majority of independents. So what's happening here is you're seeing all these Generation Z kids probably coming in, Generation Z talent that's probably starting to hit. And when they start to hit, they're going to look back and see all the failures of Hollywood in woke culture. They're going to see Get Woke, Go Broke, and they're going to use that as a metric for what not to do in movies and TV and entertainment. And we're going to see that nonsense. Because I remember Kathleen Kennedy got her start working with Steven Spielberg. And we're now seeing the fruition of Kathleen Kennedy's nonsense. It's going to be several years before we see really good movies. But in my opinion, everything that's been happening the last week is showing the cracks in the dam right now. It's about to burst. We're watching, and we're going to get, it's going to start with a drip of good movies. We're probably going to have like 1 or 2 good movies a year. Maybe just one good movie a year until it's probably going to burst. We're going to have streams of good movies happening, and then we're going to have good TV shows, good video games that don't care. We're not going to have to worry about video games having overly advert political. Now, mind you, the old guard is still going to piss and moan. They're still going to sit there and fight up until the dam starts to crumble around them. And then they're going to say, oh, crap, we got to get out of here now. And then they're going to run for the hills. But as I said, we've got Gal Gadot here. She's siding with, she's saying, no, all are welcome to my movie. And I also, as I stated before, we got Henry Cavill, we got the Joker, we've got all this goes. The Mandalorian also, there's the Star Wars movie we all should have had. I wouldn't be surprised if 30 years down the road, economics, Get Woke, Go Broke is a law of economics 101. Okay, you're going to go into classroom and they're going to say, okay, kids, today in economics 101, we're going to study the law of Get Woke, Go Broke. Why you should not heavy hand politics within your products because it will just hurt you in the long run. And this will be an age in which people talk about it. I can dream, folks. I can dream, but it's looking more and more like a reality. It's probably going to happen. Does this mean we let up? No. I'm going to keep making videos calling out SJWs wherever they are. We're winning the information war. In my opinion, we're winning it because there's a reaction happening in Hollywood that we're not seeing a direct result of us pitching a fit about woke culture, but we're seeing an indirect result happen. And as long as we can keep that ball moving, eventually we might be able to turn back entertainment to what it used to be. And as Weaponized Nerd Rage says, make entertainment great again. I am the Last Raider. Tell me what you think about this video in the comments. Do you think the culture is shifting, or do you think this is just a hiccup? Let me know in the comments. Also, like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And as always, keep your head on a swivel, stay frosty, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.